Hello YouTube, B3 here, back to another kicking graphic novel review. Yeah, so we have one today that we kind of skipped over when we were doing all our New 52 Justice League stuff. Because we did all of New 52 Justice League, and we did like the events that went with that. We did the Shazam side story, we did Forever Evil, we did Dark Side War Power of the Gods, whatnot. And, but I didn't have this book, so we kind of moved across this event. It's Justice League Trinity War. Yeah, the big crossover event with the 3 Justice League titles. All the titles included in this collection would be Justice League Dark, Justice League of America, Pandora, Constantine, Phantom Stranger, and the New 52 Free Comic Book Day Special 2012. So that's all in here. And I've read all of those before because a friend of mine got all the individual issues and all the tie-ins and everything. And he let me read them in exchange for me letting him read some of my books also. So it's been, but that was like when this came out, so it's been a while. So it was a nice little refreshing read, kind of get this back in my head. But to be completely honest, for one of the first major crossover events, it's pretty mediocre. This was Justice League's first big crossover event for the New 52. And it was very mediocre. It's just a big mystery of what Pandora's box is and what it really does. And all the different Justice Leagues are finding out, and they're mixing teams, and they're going around, and the secret society's doing stuff. And then, of course, it turns out to be scientific, not magic, and it's from Earth 3, the birthplace of all evil. And it is what affected our world with evil, with science. Not magic, I don't know. That still doesn't really explain the embodiments of the sins, though. You know what I mean? So it's a little confusing. It's got some loose ends it doesn't tie up, but and it's a big crossover event that's really just an intro into a line-wide event. That's all it really is as an intro to Forever Evil. And it's not actually its own thing almost, right? Like the whole point of it is to start a bigger, better event. And it's whatever. I mean, you'll want to read it if you really want to understand everything that goes on with 52 Justice League, but honestly, you can pass on this. You can pass on it. Just read Volume 4 of Justice League, and that'll give you, you know, some intro into Trinity War, and then it'll give you the beginning and end of Trinity War. And you'll really have what you need to know for Justice League in the Forever Evil event. You'll have what you need to know. So, I mean, if I got this at a discount because of my Barnes & Noble membership, and it was also during a buy two, get one free sale, so I got a whole other book free after I got this. This one wasn't free because it's one of the more expensive ones. But to be honest, it's actually a pretty good price because this is a thick book. This is about the thickness of a $30 book, but it's only a $20 book. Yeah, it says $19.99 on the back. So it's actually well priced for the size. So that's a good thing. But another little gripe I have is the Trinity of Sin, right? Which is one of the Trinities in this. The Trinities are the 3 Justice Leagues, the Trinity of Sin, and then Earth 3. Pandora gets her own book. Phantom Stranger had his own book before this. Where's the Questions fucking book? I want the Question dude. He's the best one. I actually prefer non-mystical Trinity of Sin Question. You know, the one that's just a dude. But you do what you gotta do, right? So yeah, that's that. Pandora, Question, Phantom Stranger, Justice League Dark, Justice League of America, and then the Crime Syndicate. All in all, the art's good. You know, it's not Jeff Johns' best work, to be completely honest, but he's also not the only writer, and there's multiple artists as well. You got Jeff Johns, Jeff Lemire, Ray Fox, Ivan Reis, Doug Mankey, Michael Janin. I think Michael Janin's the only one I'm not super familiar with out of all those names. But is it a bad book? No, but it's not super good either. I actually really do like the issue of Constantine that's in here where he steals Shazam's powers. That was pretty interesting. But it seems like this whole story is mostly just an excuse to watch these heroes fight each other. And the fights aren't even that great. They're kind of all over the place, too. Who's fighting who? Who's infected? The Pandora's box is in someone's different arm every time you see it, but it's not really explained how it got there. You don't see it move around some of the times. And it seems like there's stuff happening in other books outside of this, too. I felt those gaps when I read it originally. It's not the best event. It's just super mediocre. But, yeah, the event after it, Forever Evil, very good. I've already reviewed that. Check that out. We'll be reviewing Forever Evil Arkham War at some point, which is a side story to Forever Evil, but we'll get there. So, New 52, Justice League, Trinity War, all in all, mediocre. If you want to read all the New 52 Justice League stuff, this is, you know, part of it. And I got it. And now I'm all complete on my New 52 Justice League, even though I technically had all the Justice League issues because they were in Volume 4. But now I have the whole story in its entirety. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. Leave comments saying what kind of books do you want us to do. You want us to do Marvel, DC, Boom, Oni Press, Dark Horse? What do you want? Do you want superheroes? Do you want more monster books, horror books, comedy books? What do you want? What do you want from us? And I also have single-issue comic book reviews on my B3 Productions channel. If you watch the comic book haul videos I post, I do reviews of each single issue in those hauls. Very cool. And you'll also get to see these before that. They won't be reviewed in those, obviously, because I do that here, but you'll get to see what trades are coming up. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Rate, comment, subscribe, as I always say, and I'll see you all later.